Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mustang Stand for the 2022 Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament. Our second game features the visiting Susquenita Blackhawks and the West Perry Mustangs. Now let's meet the teams. First for the Blackhawks. Wearing number 1, Mason McClendon. Wearing number 3, Aiden Berenstein. Wearing number 4, Colin Sollers. Wearing number 6, Logan Fryermuth. Wearing number 7, Jonah Buck. Wearing number 10, Eric Rice. Wearing number 13, Wyatt Milliken. Wearing number 14, Ryan Shoppy. Wearing number 15, Connor Schenk. Wearing number 16, Dylan Woodring. And wearing number 20, Jace Urich. And now let's meet the Mustangs. Wearing number 22, Garrett Barlow. Wearing number 20, Josiah Twig. Wearing number 29, Andrew Riesinger. Wearing number 3, Justin Clegg. Wearing number 12, Ethan Dodson. Wearing number 8, Braden McKeever. Wearing number 18, Kyle Port. Wearing number 10, Mason Sano. Wearing number 7, Bryce Turok. Wearing number 11, Micah Weaver. And wearing number 2, Tanner Sigler. For the second time here today is Game 2 for the 2022 19th Annual Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament, as we have the Susquenita Blackhawks taking on the host West Perry Mustangs. Susquenita lost in Game 1 by score 8-0 against the Greenwood Wildcats. Greenwood is on the other side of the stadium. Hello everyone watching at home on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, here for this Game 2 of the Perry County Tournament. Susquenita versus West Perry. We are underway. Susquenita's in the white, West Perry's in the green. You heard the starting lines from me. I was the public address announcer for today's tournament. And here we are, Game 2 now. This is the second straight game for Susquenita after suffering a tough 8-0 loss against Greenwood. And now here come the Mustangs right away. And oh my goodness, a tough header from Garrett Barlow. That was almost the second time in today's tournament that the opposing team from Susquenita got on the board in the first minute. That was dangerously close. Michael Weaver with a brilliant head cross to find Garrett Barlow down the middle. Yeah, we have seen that earlier today for Greenwood against Susquenita. Greenwood scored the first goal in the first minute of the game. We almost saw that here again for the Mustangs. Greenwood is on the other side of the stadium, looking on, already getting the job done against Susquenita, and that game 3 should be a big one. If West Prairie wins this game, it will set up the Perry County Championship game in Game 3, West Prairie versus Greenwood, to follow this game at 6 o'clock. But here we are, 30-minute halves here. Not the traditional 40 minutes we see, and here is Garrett Barlow now. Barlow looking upfield for Mason Sano, and Mason Sano at quick speed gets the ball away from number 4, that's Colin Sollers. And here come the Mustangs. Here is Kyle Port now. Kyle Port is going to take a long shot. That's going to go above the net for a Susquenita goal kick. Garrett Barlow has 9 goals on the year so far. He has 5 assists for 23 points. Kyle Port leads the team in scoring with 10 goals. He has 10 goals and 4 assists for 24 points. And the other Mustang to keep an eye on for today's game is Bryson Sano. He has 5 goals on the year so far. He's third on the team in scoring. He also has 3 assists for 13 points. Susquenita is looking to prevent something that they have done a year ago in this tournament. Last year, Susquenita was shut out twice. For the first time for any Perry County school in the history of this tournament. West Prairie beat Susquenita a year ago 4-0. And Greenwood beat the Wildcats 2-0. That was last year. Totally different story from earlier today as Greenwood dominated the Blackhawks 8-0. And here's Mason Sano. Sano being defended well. West Prairie is one of those teams that they don't go for an attack right away. They don't go full. They don't go on full on spread during the entire game, and that's gonna come up big for the Mustangs here today because even though they're at home, it feels a little different for an annual Perry County tournament because now West Prairie is gonna have back-to-back games, which we don't see here very often for a Perry County tournament. They rotate these games every single year. Last year, West Prairie had a break in Game 2, but now here are the Mustangs in the first of back-to-back games here today. So West Prairie might not be looking for a big attack like Greenwood has. They could have done a lot more if they wanted to. Scoring 8 goals, they scored 6 of those goals in the first half. And Greenwood could have just went all out if they wanted to, but they decided to save their energy and have a nice break here. They're getting some food in them. That's a good thing for them, and enjoying their opponents here in their next 2 games, in fact. After this game, West Prairie will be playing Greenwood, and then on Monday, Kyle Port was ruled offsides there. Greenwood will be at Susquenita on Monday in the Tri-Fighter League matchup. West Prairie comes into this game with an overall record of 10 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. They're coming off a big 1-0 victory against Greencastle Antrim this past Wednesday when Kyle Port got the 1 goal to beat the Blue Devils. And Susquenita now 2-12-1. And that ball's got to go past everyone and be taken by Jace Urick. Jace Urick had several mistakes against Greenwood in the first game, clearing the ball out when really he should have been hanging on to it, and Greenwood capitalized on those mistakes. A nice big turnout here. A lot of Susquenita fans saying, "Oh my goodness, I see a very special guest here. Is that Brad Morrison? Is that Brad Morrison here with us today? Oh my goodness!" Hey, for those who don't know who that is, Brad Morrison is a wrestler, the best wrestler in the history of West Prairie wrestling. He's here with us tonight. Oh my goodness, we gotta get him up here. we should try to get him up here. He is here. He is currently a student at Lock Hill University in Division 1 wrestling. They start their season on November 11th at Penn State. And hey, see some familiar faces here today. That's always a good thing. You can tell I'm a big wrestling fan. Oh, wow. One of the all-time best athletes in West Perry athletics history is here with us, is here in the stands tonight. The stars are coming out. Almost feels like Hollywood. Anyway, here, back to the action. Just got a little too overexcited right there. And Susquenita has been having a very good time on possession so far in the first 7 minutes of this game. Who knows? Maybe we might need a halftime interview for Brad Morrison up here. It's like, hey, you're a legend here now, so let's see if we can get him up here. 23 minutes left to go. Just getting started here in Game 2 of the Perry County Tournament. This ball is being cleared out. Kyle Porter going after it. Kyle Porter's got room to run in front. He's got to look for a cross. Garrett Barlow is all by himself in the middle. And that ball has got to go wide off the net. It's actually got to be a Westbury corner. Ball was deflected by Dylan Woodring. And it's got to be a Westbury corner. Throw in here for the Mustangs. Here's Brandon McKeever finding Justin Clegg. Justin Clegg wearing number 3 in honor of his brother Johnny Clegg. Justin Clegg, the younger brother, wearing the same number 3 that his brother Johnny wore last year as a senior. That ball last touched by Bryce Turok. Gotta be a throw in here for Susquenita. Not a big start here for the Mustangs as we are still scoreless here. And this has got to be exciting for the Greenwood Wildcats. I mean, they did have a fantastic opportunity in the first minute of this game. But it's been all Susquenita ever since. Susquenita's been good on possession time here. And, oh my goodness, a dangerous trip there. And, oh my goodness, West Prairie might have got away with one there. As Wyatt Miller with a dangerous tackle to take down Wyatt Milliken. Oh my goodness, that was a dangerous tackle. Very luckily, that was inside the penalty box. That could have been a penalty kick. Here's Garrett Barlow over to Justin Clegg. Clegg going downfield looking for Kyle Port again. Kyle Port, last touch it, throwing here for Susquenita. Good defensive stop for Jonah Buck. Jonah Buck did not start in the first game against Greenwood, but he gets the start here in Game 2. He's the only change for Susquenita on their starting lineup from Game 1 and Game 2. And what's this called? This got to be a free kick here for the Mustangs. In a pretty good spot here. Garrett Barlow going to deliver it from inside the 12-yard line. And it's a low kick, cleared away by Susquenita. Throwing here for the Mustangs on the far corner here. It is a throw-in. Or no, it actually is a corner here for the Mustangs. Looks like a tight spot, but Garrett Barlow going to deliver this corner. And it's a high one. It's looking good on the other side for Josiah Twig, and Josiah Twig. Shot gets brilliantly saved by Jason Nace. Jason Nace, that was the best save for him so far in this tournament. Josiah Twig with that shot, and here's Josiah Twig now. Going to the far other side on defense. And we have a free kick here for the Mustangs. Josiah Twig has 6 goals on the year so far. And ball pass from Brandon McKeever intercepted. And that ball is going to go out for a West Point throw. Here's Garrett Barlow being double teamed by Jonah Buck and Wyatt Milligan. And Garrett Barlow with the throw. That goes past everybody. Kyle Port chasing after it. Cleared out by Dylan Woodring. Here's Kyle Port with the throw. Gonna find Justin Craig. And that ball taken away into the stands here. And it's a throw in here for the Mustangs. Ball is cleared out by Milliken again. Throwing towards the opposite direction for Michael Weaver. And a cross handled well by the Susquenita defense. Sun's starting to shine down here at Mustang Stand. We have a few clouds here, but no precipitation. It's just been fantastic weather all weekend so far. Last night, West Prairie football was here at Mustang Stadium, and West Prairie got a big win against Big Spring, 31-14 against Big Spring Bulldogs. The West Prairie football Mustangs undefeated at 7-0 for just the 4th time in program history. Free kick here for Susquenita. And that ball trying to be kept in by Dalton Young. And a couple of substitutions come in now for Susquenita. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for Game 2 of the Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament. West Prairie versus Susquenita. And here's a nice through ball from Garrett Barlow. Kyle Porter with Rudy Ryan Fry. He takes a shot off of Nace, and that will go in. Jason Nace furious with himself as Kyle Port with his 12th goal of the year gives West Prairie a 1-0 lead. So Kyle Park gets West Prairie on the board first, almost halfway through the first half. And Kyle Port, his 11th goal of the year, with the ball now, finding Garrett Barlow. Kyle Port scored in back-to-back games. He had the 1 goal against Greencastle Antrim on Wednesday. Here's Josiah Twig. Over here now to Braden McKeever. McKeever finds Justin Craig. Over now to Kyle Port again. Kyle Port looking for a through ball for Garrett Barlow. Barlow with some nice spin moves around here. Garrett Barlow down the middle for Kyle Port. And trying to clear it out. And a shot for Michael Weaver. And that will go in. Michael Weaver, his second goal of the year. And West Prairie Mustangs now are up by 2. Back-to-back goals in less than a minute. 15 minutes left to go exactly. We are officially halfway through the first half. Mustangs scoring 2 goals in 1 minute. 2 goals in 50 seconds, in fact. And the Mustangs look to continue the pressure here. Michael Weaver with the second goal. And that ball stayed in bounds. A brilliant cross from Kyle Port to find Michael Weaver. Had to duck a couple of defenders. And he finds the back of the net. And that ball taken away by Kyle Port. Michael Weaver trying to get the ball away from Connor Shank, who just came in for Susquenita. And Connor Shank will throw. There's a through ball again. Garrett Barlow showing off his big speed, trying to get a ball away from Colin Sollers. And he has a bad tackle there, but he's got to get a throw in here. Bryson Sano throwing it to Garrett Barlow. Barlow coming downfield and getting past another defender, and Nace with that block, and that ball is going to go out for a West Prairie corner. Ball last touched by Jonah Buck. Couple substitutions being made now for West Prairie. Susquenita in the first game against Greenwood did not use a lot of substitutions. West Prairie showing them off now. Ethan Dodson is back in for West Prairie. And there's a header for Kyle Port, and that's going to be nowhere close to the mark, and that's going to be a goal kick for Susquenita. Caleb Nickel is in the game as well for the Mustangs. Caleb Nickel was injured in the last couple games, but he is back here in action here today, so it's a good sign. Kyle Port was injured in the final 5 minutes of the game against Greencastle on Wednesday. But we didn't know the significance of the injury, but I guess it really didn't matter that much, as Kyle Port has the start here in this game. He already has 1 goal under his belt. Here's Dodson finding Josiah Twig. We're now Justin Clegg. Justin Clegg going for a through ball, and he's got to find Garrett Barlow. Barlow avoiding one defender, and a tough shot right at Urick. Chase Urick, and that is going to be a nice save there for Urick. That's one thing that West Prairie has really been struggling with so far this season, getting those breakaway opportunities and hitting the ball right at the goalkeeper. One thing that West Prairie might have to focus on for the rest of the season. Here's a cross, and Garrett Barlow's going to take a shot, and again right at Urick. And Kyle Port, a tackle. That's going to be a free kick for the Blackhawks. For West Prairie, they had their last 3 games were at home, right here in Mustang Stadium. And they wrap up a 5-game homestand here today. They will be on the road for the first time in a while on Monday, where they travel to Newfield to take on the Big Spring Bulldogs. Here's a through ball for Mason Sano. Sano got to take a shot, goes under the legs of Nace, and that is a fantastic save there for Chase Urick. Almost looked like he just sat on that ball to make the save. It was a good shot for Mason Sano. Mason Sano looking for his 6th goal of the year. He has 5 of them so far. The young sophomore star here for West Prairie Athletics. He's also a big-time basketball and baseball player. Mason Sano, the son of West Prairie head baseball coach Jeff Sano. Jeff Sano's in the stands here tonight as well. Here's Kyle Port. Kyle Port going up the middle. And that's Garrett Barlow, and that ball gets blocked by Kyle Port. Oh my goodness, tough break there for Susquenita. Already 20 minutes into this game. This game has been flying along, ladies and gentlemen. It's only a 2-goal lead for the Mustangs. 1 goal apiece for Kyle Port and Michael Weaver. There's a long through ball for Mason Sano. Sano's got to take a shot. Goes off the side of the net. Goal kick there for Susquenita. It's got to be taken by Caleb Nickel. Caleb Nickel going upfield and looking for Mason Sano, but that's going to result in another goal kick. Have you ever thought of becoming a PECO official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAAD3.org to find out how you can become a PECO District 3 official. Again, that is PIAAD3.org. Goal kick right to Kyle Port, and lovely ball here. Kyle Port got to take a long shot, and that is going to go way wide. I don't know if he was looking for a field goal right there. Yeah, I think he was looking for a cross, looking for Garrett Barlow up the middle, but it was nowhere close. West Prairie doesn't score a lot of goals this season, but their defense has been spectacular. They have had 6 shutouts so far this season, including a 1-goal shutout victory against Greencastle on Wednesday. And if I'm not mistaken, I think West Prairie boys soccer only has 1 more home game left this season. It'll be in 2 weeks. And it'll be senior night next time West Prairie boys soccer is at home. Here's Justin Clegg. We're here now to one of the seniors, Kyle Port. Kyle Port looking upfield, and Justin Clegg trying to get the ball away. And good job there for Connor Shank to get that out. But Kyle Port looking for a cross. Taken away by the Blackhawks. Here's Caleb Nickel now. Caleb Nickel got to look for a long shot and right to Chase Urich. Not a bad shot there for Caleb Nickel. West Prairie so far through the first half, only a 2-goal lead, but the Mustangs have been very good on possession time. Sun's starting to warm things up here at the press box here. And now here's Logan White. Logan White got that ball rid of, and it's got to be a free kick for the Mustangs. Josiah Trey clearing it out on the free kick. And, ball went out of bounds. I thought it was touched by Kyle Port, but it wasn't. A throw in here right to Garrett Barlow. Brilliantly by Ethan Dodson. Garrett Barlow with some moves, and he's going to look for a cross down the middle for a shot from Mason Sano, and right to Chase Urich again. Oh, my goodness. West Prairie just having a very difficult time getting the ball past Chase Urich. That was a perfect cross. Perfect pass from Garrett Barlow to find Mason Sano down the middle. with only the goalkeeper in front, but Sano's shot goes right to Jace Urich. Oh my goodness. Like, this game could be a lot worse for Susquenita if West Prairie just cashed in on these breakaway opportunities. That's the 5th save of the game for Chase Urich. He's been doing very well, but most of his shots went right to him. Hard shots, yes, but right to Chase Urich. He's saving them every single time. And now we have a corner here for the Mustangs. On the far side, Garrett Barlow. Garrett Barlow putting in a corner and a high header. It goes off the top of the net. And it's got to be a corner here for West Prairie on the other side. Corner about to be played in. And Barlow again. And that ball cleared up by the Blackhawks. Not by much, though. Here is Caleb Nico. And Nico's shot goes off the uprights. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Susquenita. Back-to-back corners, but West Prairie not cashing in with 4 minutes left to go in the first half. There's Michael Weaver. Over here now to Ethan Dodson. There's Michael Weaver now, who just came back in for the Mustangs. Big scrapple up the middle past the 10-yard line. Here's Garrett Barlow now. Barlow pass it back to Bryson Sano. And that ball taken by Ethan Haynes. This has to be tough for the Susquenita defense, especially for a goalkeeper, Chase Urich. Well, he got the sun shining right at them. It just makes it easier for the Mustangs. But things could change in a flash. Only a 2-goal lead for the Mustangs. Especially when in the second half, West Prairie defense is got to be on the other side with the sun shining towards their faces. Unless if they can get some cloud coverage. There are a few clouds here tonight, this afternoon, here in beautiful Elliotsburg, beautiful Perry County. Here for the 2022 Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament, the 19th annual. West Prairie has won the championship 5 times in program history, in 2021, 2019, 2015, 2014, and 2010 was the first time they won a Perry County tournament. Susquenita has never won a Perry County Boys Soccer Championship. In fact, it's the only sport that any Susquenita team has never won a tournament. Like, Susquenita has won a Perry County Championship in every other sport, but not for boys soccer, which really is surprising. Here's Garrett Barlow. Pass it back to Caleb Nickel. And here's a shot, and that's got to get blocked. Caleb Nickel is still hanging on to it. And here's Bryce Turok now. Bryce Turok got to take a shot. That's got to get blocked for a West Prairie corner. Bryce Turok doesn't take a lot of shots. Oh man, we're already down to 50 seconds already left to go here in the first half. West Prairie's got to try to add one more to their lead. Garrett Barlow, it's a low corner, and oh my goodness, that went off the bar, and I think we're going to have a handball here. Yes, sir, yes, we will, and this has got to result in a penalty kick with 35 seconds left to go. A handball is called. And who's going to take this penalty kick for the Mustangs? Looks like it's going to be Garrett Barlow. He has 10 goals in the year. He has a couple from by penalty kick. And here's Garrett Barlow now. Costly mistake here for the Blackhawks, but I see if Chase Urick can make the save of the day so far. Garrett Barlow getting set, and right on the corner, that is a goal for Garrett Barlow. Garrett Barlow with the penalty kick goal. His 10th goal of the year. And it's now 3-0 for the Mustangs. "35 seconds left to go. Westbury doing what they were hoping to do in the final minute, and they got it in a penalty kick. And back here underway for the final 35 seconds. Not a mercy rule decision yet, but Westbury halfway there. The mercy rule is 6 goals. Westbury up by 3. Susquenita is looking to prevent being shut out for the 4th consecutive game in the Perry County tournament. And that shot gets blocked. Not a bad shot there for Eric Rice. And it gets blocked. And throwing here for Susquenita. Final seconds here. Mustangs scoring 3 goals off of 3 different Mustangs, and that will be the scoring summary of the first half here in Game 2 of the 2022 Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament. Westbury up by 3-0. Garrett Barlow, Kyle Port, and Michael Weaver each scoring 1 goal. We've reached halftime here. We're going to take a break. Get ready for the second half. No halftime report here in this game. We'll be right back in 10 minutes for the start of the second half. You're watching the 2022 Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament. West Perry versus Susquenita, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back in 9.5 minutes. We are back here now for the second half. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, West Prairie Mustangs up by a score of 3-0. 3 goals scored for the Mustangs. 3 different Mustangs scoring 1 goal, including Garrett Barlow, Kyle Port, and Michael Weaver. And we are about to get set here for the start of the second half, Game 2 of the 2022 Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament. And we are underway. West Prairie getting the ball first, as the Mustangs looking for an exclamation point in the next 30 minutes. And here comes Kyle Port. Kyle Port looking for a cross down the middle for Bryson Sano. And Sano's header goes off the goal. And it's got off the goalpost here in Mustang Stadium. And very quickly, West Prairie striking, looking for a goal. And we got a goal kick here for Susquenita. And goal kick here. Susquenita starting to get ready. And that ball just cleared out. Taken by Caleb Nico for the Mustangs. Here's Garrett Barlow now. Garrett Barlow got to take a long shot and goes right to Chase Urick. Chase Urick, the Susquenita goalkeeper, has had spectacular saves so far in this game. And here's Mason Sano now. Or Ethan Dodson. Now to Garrett Barlow. Back to Dodson. Almost cleared out by Eric Rice. And here's Garrett Barlow. Barlow looking to pass back. He does to Michael Weaver. Back to Barlow. And Weaver's got to hang on to this ball and keeps it in bounds brilliantly. Finds Kyle Port. And Kyle Port got to go for a cross looking for Mason Sano. And Sano keeps it in. And that ball down the middle, and a nice save there, diving save, and another spectacular save here for Urick. Oh my goodness, Chase Urick. What a complete turnaround for the Susquenita goalkeeper. It was a really bad game for Urick against Greenwood, but here he makes back-to-back spectacular saves. Yeah, that's one thing about probably West Prairie head coach Jared Whiteley had to talk to his Mustangs about doing better opportunities with these shots. Instead of going in that, they go right to the goalkeeper, and Urick is just having an awesome game here for Game 2, a complete turnaround, a completely different performance for him compared to what he did against Greenwood back in Game 1. Ball cleared up by Ethan Dodson. Susquenita goal kick. Susquenita, even though they're not in contention for a Perry County championship now, they still are looking for their first goal of the game. They were shut out 8-0 against Greenwood, and Susquenita does not want to be shut out in 2 games for the second consecutive year in a Perry County tournament. Here's Garrett Barlow. Barlow again with the shot, and my goodness, West Perry and Garrett Barlow getting back on it, and that goes off the hands of Urick, and that goes in for the Mustangs. Garrett Barlow, his second goal of the game. And it's now 4-0 for the Mustangs. Garrett Barlow now tied with Kyle Port with 11 goals on the season. And 4-0. So this is definitely a different team for Susquenita this year compared to last year. Yeah, they got shut out twice a year ago in this tournament. But right now, their defense is just having a miserable time against the Wildcats and the Mustangs in this tournament. As Susquenita only has 2 wins so far this season. Both of them were against Line Mountain in a Tri-5 League doubleheader. And this ball is being taken away by Logan White and Bryce Turok on the counter-attack now. And nice defensive stuff there for Eric Rice. Susquenita has given up 12 goals in this tournament. That is a new record now for any Perry County team on defense. Most goals allowed in a single tournament. 12 goals is a new record in this tournament. Definitely not the performance that Susquenita was looking for. And now this could out another here. Here's Mason Sano looking for a cross and an easy goal. Oh my goodness, what a goal. Mason Sano with the cross. See who scored that ball. I could not tell from up here who it was. See, that was tell from up here who it is. I think that's Ethan Dodson. Is that even Dodson? Is it Dodson or Sano? Nope, we have a confirmation now. That was actually Kyle Port again with the goal. That's his second goal of the game. So yeah, Kyle Port with the goal. And West Prairie looking for another here. Oh my goodness, a shot! And Yorick bounces it off and actually hangs on to it. So Kyle Port now his second goal of the game. Here's Mason Sano. This could set up a very fascinating Perry County Championship game. Ethan Dodson with a long shot, and that goes way wide. Greenwood Wildcats awaiting the West Prairie Mustangs. Greenwood Wildcats looking on the other side of the field. Up in the bleachers. Greenwood Wildcats getting rested up. And the Mustangs will take on the Wildcats. And if this score holds up, or West Prairie hangs on to win, then it will set up the Perry County Championship game. We are guaranteed a champion. West Prairie has won the championship in 2 of the last 3 years, including last year. And Greenwood looking for a Perry County record 12th championship. The longest winning streak for a Perry County Championship is owned by the Wildcats. They won it in 3 consecutive years from 2016 to 2018. One more goal, by the way, for West Prairie will set up a mercy rule. And Susquenita's next game will be against Greenwood on Monday at Susquenita in a Tri-Fire League matchup. And we are in for a very exciting championship game if West Prairie hangs on, which most likely they will. The most goals that West Prairie has scored in a single season was 8. That was against Gettysburg in a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. And West Prairie looking to add on here, up by 5. Still plenty of time left to go in the second half. But Susquenita is trying to get back one here, and that's the first time that Andrew Riesinger was really tempted to hang on to the ball. And Riesinger has actually got to get the touch for the first time. Goal kick here for West Prairie. Riesinger, a low goal kick. And that's great defense to stop by Braden McKeever. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. And hold that thought just a second. Here's Garrett Barlow with nobody in front except the goalkeeper. And Garrett Barlow's shot goes wide. He was probably looking for Mason Sano. And that's going to be a goal kick here for Susquenita. Again, thank you to everyone watching at home on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. here for the 19th annual Perry County Boys Soccer Tournament. Game 2, West Prairie versus Susquenita, right here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. A gorgeous day here at Mustang Stadium. A big crowd representing all three teams. Including a nice student section from both West Prairie and Greenwood. And they are in for a thriller in the third game after this one. West Prairie versus Greenwood. What should be a game for the ages. Both teams, should this game hold up, both teams for West Prairie and Greenwood currently have one loss and one draw. And both teams, as of right now, both teams have identical records. 10 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. That's obviously going to change after this game. And it will stay changed after the Perry County tournament. Here's Bryce Torok now. Free kick here for Susquenita. Just over 10 minutes into the second half. The Blackhawks look to prevent being mercy ruled for the second time today. They have already given up 13 goals, which is a new Perry County record for goals allowed in a single tournament. And that's a shot, and nice save there for Andrew Racing. Our shot was from Logan White. Yeah, through the ball. Going past Mason Sano. Mason Sano being defended well. And Mason Sano's got to have a shot. Gets blocked by Colin Sollers. And passing back to Kyle Port. Goes through the uprights. And now, oh my goodness, a lot of substitutions coming in now for West Prairie. A few for Susquenita as well. And this is smart strategy here for the Mustangs. Giving the Stars a chance to breathe here a little bit. Because you don't want to use up too much of their energy. When they have Greenwood, you gotta be all rested up for the third and most likely championship game. Here's Ethan Dodson going outfield for Dalton Young. Dalton Young, bit of speed, looks for a cross, gets blocked, and oh my goodness, that's gotta be an own goal. Trying to clear the ball out. And the clock is going to run. That's going to give a mercy rule for the Mustangs. And it's an own goal here. And Susquenita obviously not happy. Craig Fispo said, hey, I got a goal, but for the other team. So mercy rule is now on. That own goal was scored by Logan Fryermuth. And the clock will just continue to roll on. Here is Fryermuth now. Logan Fryermuth with the own goal. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. It looked like a shot, and it was got to be cleared out. But it got cleared out the wrong way. Logan Fryermuth with the own goal. So now 17 minutes left to go here. And a mercy rule is on, thanks to an own goal. And now Susquenita is actually trying to get on the scoreboard here, and that's Andrew Racing. Here's Ryan Shoppy. Here's throwing here for Ethan Dodson now. Dodson going off the middle for Dalton Young. Young is going to take a shot. Nice hit for Urick. Goes off of Urick. And, well, what's that call? I don't even know. Looks like a free kick here for Susquenita. But the clock just continuing to roll here. That's not the first time that Susquenita has given up an own goal in this season. They've done that a few times in the Tri-Fire League, in fact. That's right now, as we've just been told, that's the fourth own goal of the season for a Susquenita Blackhawk player. Yeah, this ball being taken by number 24. That's Wyatt Howard. Wyatt Howard doesn't get a lot of playing time in the varsity level, but he is here today. And now substitutions coming in for both teams. Cam Nickel going to the bench. And coming in is number 6, Jonas Brownback. Jonas Brownback now in for West Perry. Good stoppage here for Susquenita, as now some of the junior varsity guys are coming in for West Perry in this game. Already up by 6. For Susquenita, this has been a tournament to forget. Giving up 8 goals against Greenwood, now 6 goals against West Perry. That is 14 goals if you add it up. Real basic math. And 14 goals allowed by the Susquenita Blackhawks is now a new tournament record for any Perry County team. And that ball not handled well by Braden Fritz. So Young pass it back to Wyatt Howard. Howard losing it. This could be a really good chance here for Susquenita, as this is number 23, Ethan Haynes. And Haynes getting wrapped up. Good defensive stop there for number 26, Braden Fritz. And here's a lovely through ball to himself. This is Dalton Young. He's got room to run, but Susquenita defense catching up, and Urick has to hang on to this ball. And this is a good looking run here for Ashton Fry. And good clearance there for the Mustang defense. Coming in at 11.5 minutes left to go, over halfway through the second half. West Perry up by 6, looking to set up a championship game for the Perry County title, West Perry versus Greenwood in Game 3. And Urick hangs on to this. This ball's got to be taken and cleared out by number 14. That's Matthew Simendinger. And now a new goalkeeper for both teams here. See, new goalkeeper. Oh boy, can't tell from up here who the new goalkeeper is for West Perry. Looks like number 9, Hunter Johnson. And a new goalkeeper for Susquenita is Solomon Bloom, senior goalkeeper. And that was so close to being a goal, and that goes off the side of the net. Yep, Hunter Johnson is the new goalkeeper for West Perry. And that was just inches away for Susquenita to get their first goal of the day. And their first goal in a Perry County tournament since 2020. So, pretty much, we have a junior varsity versus a varsity. JV versus V here. Junior varsity for West Perry against the varsity lineup for Susquenita. As this could be a really good opportunity for the Mustangs to make a name for themselves. It's also a good opportunity for Susquenita to get on the board with less than 10 minutes left to go. Now, this could be huge for West Perry, especially if they can hold on to keep the clean sheet going. As this is fantastic, smart strategy for West Perry head coach Jared Weibley to have the entire JV team on the field so the varsity team can have a little more rest than just in between games to get ready against Greenwood. And this has to make Greenwood fans a little bit nervous as well as the team. Now a substitution here for both teams. Noah Nickel is now in for the Mustangs. And coming for Susquenita is Dylan Woodring back in for the Blackhawks. And this ball will roll out for a West Perry throw. And a free kick here for West Perry. Foul called on Logan White. Free kick here for the Mustangs. Number 13, Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller looking downfield for Dalton Young. Dalton Young, a smart move there, and all by himself for Dalton Young, and a shot, and saved up on the new goalkeeper. New goalkeeper is Solomon Bloom, senior goalkeeper for Susquenita. And Young just went right to him. And that ball taken up by Hunter Johnson. West Perry student section all happy for the junior varsity goalkeeper, getting some action here today and making a couple of saves already. Here's Dalton Young once again gone past the defenders. 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper. A shot, and they'll go in. Goal for Dalton Young. And the Mustangs extend their lead. Clock will continue to roll with the mercy rule in effect. And that is now 15 goals given up by the Susquenita Blackhawks in this tournament. Yep, definitely a tournament to forget. Being outscored in 2 games as of right now, 15-0. And nice defense there for Jonas Brownback. Jonas Brownback, a future owner for Sparrow Path Farms out in Louisville. For those who don't know where that is, they are located in Louisville, and you can find all their produce during the produce season at Wegmans. I used to work there for a little bit. Worked there for one summer. It was fun. Got free produce all the time. That was always fun. Always took advantage of their grape tomatoes. They make the best grape tomatoes. I tell you what, Lisa, you ever go to Wegmans, so you find Sparrow Path Farms there, get their grape tomatoes. They make the best. And then they let me go for being too slow. Nah, it was just part of the end of the season. End of the season started laying people off. I was one of the first. And there's Hunter Johnson. Final 4.5 minutes left to go here in game 2. West Braves got to move on and extend their historic season to 11-1-1. All ones all around here on the record. 11 wins. Last year, West Braves went 14-4-1, almost identical record for this year compared to last year. West Braves was the number 9 seed in the District 3 AAA tournament, and they lost in the first round to the number 8 seed, Mannheim Central. And many fans here at West Braves thought that West Braves should have been good enough to have a playoff game, but right now they are ranked number 3 in District 3 Class 2A, only behind Fleetwood and Bakerville in those power rankings. Susquenita is in dead last in those same power rankings in Class 2A. They're number 20 out of 20 teams. Greenwood is currently ranked number 4 in District 3 Single A. And here's a free kick in a favorable spot for Susquenita. And Johnson able to get past. He has to step back a little bit. Oh my goodness, that goes off of Johnson. And no, that actually results in a goal kick here. It went off the post, in fact. Susquenita getting their chances here. But no goals. Substitutions here for both teams. Excuse me, just for Susquenita. This ball cleared out. Cleared out by Colin Solers. And here's Dalton Young. He scored the last goal for West Perry. And fending off one defender. Got to take a long shot. That will go in. Dalton Young, his second goal of the game. And West Perry extends their lead now. Same score as game 1. 8-0 for the Mustangs this time. My goodness. Less than 2 minutes left to go. And the Mustangs are now matched with the Greenwood Wildcats in the first 2 games. 16-0. Susquenita has been getting outscored in this tournament. A new Perry County record of 16 goals allowed. Definitely a tournament to forget for Susquenita. West Perry has now tied their season high in most goals in the game with 8 goals. They scored 8 goals against Gettysburg earlier this season. And 1 minute left to go here in game 2. We thought that West Prairie and Greenwood would be very even teams, but they are taking that literally as both teams have scored 8 goals against the Blackhawks. But West Prairie might be looking for a momentum boost. Dalton Young with 2 goals. For his second and third goal of the year. And Susquenita just clears that ball out. 15 seconds left to go here. And we are in for a fantastic championship game in Game 3. Final 5 seconds left to go. The West Prairie Mustangs get their 11th win of the year. And the Mustangs set up a highly anticipated championship game against the Greenwood Wildcats in Game 3. West Prairie wins 8-0 here. 2 goals scored by Dalton Young, Garrett Barlow, and Kyle Port. 1 goal scored by Michael Weaver, and an own goal from Susquenita from Logan Fryermuth. That's your scoring summary here in Game 2. Susquenita drops down now to 2 wins, 13 losses, and 1 draw. And they will be back in action on Monday when they host the Greenwood Wildcats on Monday in a Tri-5 League matchup at 7 o'clock. But we're not done yet here, ladies and gentlemen. Susquenita is, but West Prairie and the Wildcats aren't. 1 game to decide, 60 minutes to decide a Perry County champion. Greenwood looking for their 12th championship in the history of this tournament, and West Prairie is going for their 3rd in 4 seasons. And that's going to do it for us for now here at West Prairie High School. Game 3 set to start at 6 o'clock. And that will wrap up West Prairie versus Susquenita. Game 2 of the 2022 Prairie County Boys Soccer Tournament. Well, Game 3 at 6 o'clock right here at Mustang Stadium and being streamed live on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, West Prairie 8, Susquenita 0. We'll see you at 6 o'clock for Game 3, championship game, West Prairie versus Greenwood. Until then, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from now at Mustang Stadium. We'll see you at 6 o'clock.